We all are glad that India is becoming one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Its GDP has reached $4 trillion, marking it fourth biggest economy. And Karnataka is one among the most contributing states of India. But do you know, in Karnataka, most of its revenue comes from South Karnataka, especially from Bangalore urban, Dakshina Kannada, Tumkur, and Mysore. Most of the less contributing districts are from North Karnataka like Yadgir, Raichur, Gulbarga, Koppala, etc. So, let us know why it's happening so. North Karnataka faces significant underdevelopment compared to South Karnataka, marked with chronic drought, neglected infrastructure, lack of industries, and poor indicators like sanitation, education, and health, which marked with migration and disparity in spite region's rich heritage and its potential. The irony is North Karnataka was ruled by famous dynasties in the past like Kadambas, Chalukyas, Rashtrakutas and the famous glorious Vijayanagara Empire. But the present day scenario of these places is pathetic. In the other hand, South Karnataka is growing faster and contributing much for the development of both Karnataka and India in all aspects. To know the differences between the South Karnataka and North Karnataka, we need to go little back. During colonial period, parts of Karnataka were ruled by different people. Some were under the rule of Nawabs, some were under the rule of Marathas, and some were under the rules of Britishers directly. After the death of Tipu Sultan, major part of Mysore was handed over to Wodeyars of Mysore, and that was the turning point for the golden era of that region. Behind this golden age of Mysore state was most visionary and progressive rulers of Indian history, the Rajarshi, the social reformer and the architect of modern Mysore state was Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar. Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar IV was born on June 4, 1884. He was 24th king of Wodeyar dynasty of Mysore. Although the Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar crowned in 1895, he was only 10-year-old boy. His mother, Maharani Vani Vilasa Sannidhi, took over the rule. She closely supervised the prince's proper education and administrative training, resulting in Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar becoming one of the famous rulers of Mysore state. He took the throne of Mysore in 1902 and after that, nearly for 4 decades, he dedicated his entire life for the welfare of his people. Got its independence and created the constitution. This visionary king created a model state which was run on the basis of equality, democracy and secularism. During his period, he established People's Representative Assembly, which runs like a lower house of today's parliament. Speaking in its first meeting, he said, "The supreme aim of my life is to provide our citizens with unbroken happiness and wealth, and for this, he dedicated his entire life for the welfare of his people." In this People's Representative Assembly, there were around 75 members. Most of them were elected by people directly, and it worked like lower house of today's parliament. Along with this, there was a Justice Bill Assembly also created in 1907, which worked like upper house of the parliament. Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar did so many social reforms, under which in 1918 a committee was formed under the leadership of Sir Leslie Miller, the Chief Justice of the government, to study the representation of people of all communities in government jobs. According to his report, all the castes except Brahmin and Anglo-Indian were considered Hindus, and in 1921 an order was issued to provide 75% of reservation to all backward communities for the first time. Thus, Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar was considered as a father of reservation. The formation of Miller Commission was the milestone in social history. After this, many caste-based schools and colleges were started. The invaluable contribution of Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar for the state of Mysore was the decentralization of administration, that is, creation of local bodies. Municipalities were formed in the small towns of the state. To uplift the livelihood of women, Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar framed many laws and took brave decisions. Some of them are abolition of Devadasi system, Basavi system and Gejje Puja. They were completely banned and abolished. Widow Remarriage Act and Prostitution Prevention Act were enacted. First time in the history, in 1927, women were granted the right to vote. That agriculture was backbone of Indian economy, Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar introduced many cooperative societies, which led to the establishment of cooperative apex banks and land development banks. To provide irrigation facilities to the farmers of dry land of Mysore and Mandya, Krishnaraja Wodeyar constructed a famous KRS dam, which irrigated over 120,000 acres of land. During the KRS project and other state initiatives, the royal family made significant sacrifices. Some accounts say jewels and private funds were used to push essential public works during hard times. This shows personal commitment beyond mere patronage. The modern architect and Jaganachari of Mysore is Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar. Under his reign and with the help of divans like Sir M. Vishveshwaraya and later Sir Mirza Ismail, Mysore established many industries and institutions. Few of them are iron and steel industry in Bhadravati, factory, sandalwood factory, glass factory, printing and training factories, State Bank of Mysore, schools of polytechnics were established. These all laid the foundation of industrial ecosystem in this region. Beyond steels and stones, he was also a patron of art and letters. He played many musical instruments and supported both Carnatic and Hindustani music. He encouraged Kannada literature, which led to the formation of Kannada Sahitya Parishat in Bangalore. His rule was so admired that Gandhi described him as a Rajarshi, a saintly king, and followers described Mysore as a model Ramarajya. South Karnataka developed faster because Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar turned Mysore state as a model region, investing in dams, universities, electricity, industries, and welfare, decades before the rest of Karnataka, giving the south 100-year advantage. On the other hand, North Karnataka lagged behind in all aspects until after independence. The Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar IV, revered as the father of modern Mysore, was a monarch whose reign glowed with wisdom, compassion, and visionary brilliance. Born in 1884 and ascending the throne at a young age, he carried the weight of kingdom with the lightness of a saint and the determination of a reformer. His rule was not merely a governance, it was an act of grace, a symphony of progress composed with the notes of justice, education, and equality. Under his gentle yet resolute guidance, Mysore blossomed into one of the most enlightened states of India. He nurtured institutions the way a poet nurtures dreams. Mysore University, KRS Dam, and pioneering public welfare reforms stood as living verses of his devotion to people. He accompanied women's education, rural upliftment, and industrial growth, believing that true royalty lies not in the crowns of gold but in service to humanity. His leadership radiated humility. His vision breathed modernity. His heart remained deeply rooted in Dharma. To his people, he was not only a king but a guardian of hope, a torchbearer of progress. Thus, Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar lives on not as a ruler of bygone era but an eternal symbol of enlightened leadership and poetic nation building. Some rulers conquer lands, a few conquer hearts. Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wodeyar did both, and history remembers him. Time has passed, empires have faded, but the ideals still live on. True greatness is not measured by power, but by the lives uplifted. To keep history alive with interesting stories, subscribe to the Deepthi Diaries.
ಮರೆಯೋದುಂಟೆ ಮೈಸೂರು ದೊರೆಯ ಶ್ರೀ ನಾಲ್ವಡಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಜ ಒಡೆಯ ಮರೆಯೋದುಂಟೆ